Hello and welcome back to Tier 11 to the top. But today we've got a bit of a somber episode, and not because I've had a shave, because this is the final episode of the series. I'll explain in a minute. Okay then, so here we are, episode 29 of Tier 11 to the top. And obviously we've got some housekeeping to do beforehand. If this is your first visit to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. And if you like today's video, big thumbs up, throw some comments. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, before we get into things, this is going to be the final episode of the series. And this is something that I've been mulling over for the sort of last 4 or 5 days. I've gone back and forth on this quite a lot. But as you'll see, big spoilers, we managed to get promoted in the end to the Vanarama North. But given the time, given how many weeks it is away from Football Manager 2022 being released, and we're expecting early access in sort of 3 weeks' time, are we going to be able to get from the Vanarama North all the way to the Premier League in 3 weeks? Probably not, let's be fair. So we're going to take the decision right now to draw the line, call this a success. We've got into active, proper leagues within the game. So we're going to take that as a victory. We're going to have a quick review of the season, see what's happened at the end of the season, and then have a little look ahead of what we would have been doing in the next campaign. And then we'll talk about what's coming up in the channel before we get to FM22, because we have got a few more videos in store for you before the new game is released. And then we'll also have a look at what's going to happen on the new game. But without further ado, let's get into things. This is the final league table. As you can see, we ended up winning the league in dominant fashion. A massive 23 points in the end ahead of Curzon Ashton, who finished second. And if we have a look at the run-in, since that Scarborough game, you'll notice we got knocked out in the quarter-final of the Integro League Cup. So that is why this is not a cup final edition today. We got knocked out. But in the league, we just cruised, basically. We conceded a goal against Bradford. And that was the final goal we conceded until the final day. We just kept winning, kept scoring. Feeney just turned it on towards the end of the season. Goal after goal, 2 back-to-back braces. He got 4 in 2 games there as we moved into April. We finally got our win back against Matlock after Munns decided not to get him self-sent off for the first time in a while. Another victory there, took a penalty just after the hour mark. And then the final game of the season, things were well and truly decided. We let Trafford get a couple of goals, and even with a man sent off, it took an 89th minute equaliser to just about scrape some point out of the game. So that's how we ended the season. A little bit of a whimper, but before that, 1 goal conceded in 7 games. Not bad, not bad at all. If we have a look at the news as it's come in, end of season awards. Unsurprisingly, Tancock got Player of the Season. Goal of the Season went to Reed. Signing of the Season, Moore, and Young Player of the Season was Tancock, and that is on the back of 34 goals in all competitions. Moore got the highest average rating, but Tancock also got the most assists. So in the end, he was contributing to 50 goals. That's just incredible. Unsurprising, worst discipline, Jack Munns, 2 red cards in as many games. Anyway, that is not fantastic, but the overall best 11 looks like this. Pretty much the side that's been with us for the last couple of seasons. We haven't made many changes in the 11 over the last couple of seasons. So Collins in goal. We've got the old formation for some reason. But anyway, a back 4 of Sarah, Pike, Walmsley and Roberts Hutton is our all-time back 4. Sesse and Tancock, neither of who have played in those positions at all. Sesse was always more advanced. Tancock, obviously a striker. Anyway, a front 4 of Jarvis, Cox, Sanyang and Potts, who is still living off that single season. If we look here, though, Tancock was the pick of the players added to the bunch. He's had 101 appearances now and scored 59 goals over 2 seasons. A great addition to the side. If we look at the season review as well, lost in the second round of the FA Cup. How great would it have been to make that 3rd round? But never mind, we got 1 step further than we ever thought we would have done. FA Trophy was nothing really. League Cup, again, nothing. But the league, we never looked back. We were top of the league from game 1 all the way through. Never dropped from the perch at the top. and an average attendance of 193. That's incredible too. Now, I have obviously played a little bit further in advance whilst I was deciding what to do, and next season we were in fact moving from our home at the Fieldings because that wasn't up to standard. We're going to ground share with Alfreton, their North Street ground. So Alfreton obviously in the league, we have just won, but we're moving up and going to be sharing their ground, or we would have been sharing their ground going forward. So if we look at the squad in the end though, this is the average ratings ordered, so Moore, Munns, despite his 2 red cards, still got a fantastic average rating. Tancock, Reed, Sanyang and Feeney, who, if we should just appreciate really his history with the club. He's been with us for 4 seasons and just been a rock. He has performed at the same level regardless of what league we're in. So his performance down in Tier 10 was the same level as his performance in Tier 7. And who knows, he was still with the squad as we were starting in the Vanarama North, so he could quite easily be another player who plays at the same level once again following promotion. Speaking of the Vanarama North, as we moved up, we started the summer as the 375-1 outsiders, predicted to finish rock bottom. But after a small amount of business, we didn't really bring anyone in, but we were soon up there just on the fringes of the playoff places. So that would have been another good season. I reckon we were going to be in the playoff hunt, and if not promoted automatically, but we're not going to do that. We're going to end the save here, and it's going to be a little bit of a sad one because it's been a great save to play. Obviously we've only had 5 seasons of it. I would have much preferred to have this game to have been in the 20 season range, but when we didn't really start it until, was it May, maybe June, and a new game coming out in November, we were never going to make the Premiership in, with hindsight. But never, I call it Premiership, the Premier League. Sorry, I'm stuck in the 90s. But with hindsight, we probably should have started a shorter save game and left a big climbing the league save for the new game. But never mind, hindsight is a wonderful thing. But enough about the past. Let's have a look at the future, and let's have a look at what's going to be happening on the channel between now and the FM22 Early Access Beta launch in probably about 3 weeks' time. So I did say in the past that I wanted to bring back the Beat the League series, and that is exactly what we're going to do. And this right now, ooh, look at that, is a bit of a hint as to what's going to be happening next on the channel. We're going to head to Italy, and it's going to be the 99-2000 season once again, and we're going to take control of AC Milan. Now, the Rossoneri finished 3rd in the real world, and we're going to be hoping for a league title, hopefully to take the Serie A title, with Andrei Shevchenko leading the charge. That will be coming very, very soon to the channel, and then once that season has been finished, it will once again be a short single season, probably around about the 6 episode mark as well. And once we've done that, if we've still got time before the beta drops, we're going to head to the 2006-2007 season and catch the very tail end of the Galacticos of Real Madrid and see if we can take La Liga before all of our star players leave. And obviously it's worth talking about Football Manager 2022 itself. And as you will hopefully have seen over on Twitter, the first save on the beta will be with Manchester United as we look to take the Ronaldo-led side to great heights over a few seasons. So that series is going to be called United We Rise, and I think we'll probably take 3, maybe 5 seasons and see how long it can take us to win both the Premier League and the Champions League and return Man United to the glory days of Sir Alex Ferguson. And then beyond that, on the full game, I think the first save we're going to do is going to be one of the challenges that were highlighted on the channel a few days ago. We're going to take on the Jose Mourinho challenge. We're going to become the special one and start out life in Portugal, which is a league that I have never managed in before. So with that in mind, we've got the AC Milan save coming up in a couple of days, and then that should hopefully be followed by a Real Madrid save, and then onto the FM22 beta with Man United before going full bore into a Jose Mourinho challenge once the full game is released on November 9th. But that's it. That is the end of today's video. It's been a short one. Obviously, it's a little bit disappointing that the series is ending where it is, but we've had such a good run. So many straight back-to-back promotions, 5 full seasons, in fact, of not finishing any lower than first, regardless of what league we're in. It's been a great challenge, and maybe one that I'll pick up again in the future. But until then, I've been Anderzbaz, and this has been a great ride. I'll see you in a couple of days with AC Milan in the 99-2000 season. Goodbye.